Hi everyone, it's Tanya from Biosculpture, and while I wait for everyone to join, I'm just going to tell you about what I'm going to be discussing today. So Biosculpture has launched some really exciting products in the last few months, and a lot has been going on, a lot has been happening. And as a nail tech, like you all know me, I'm a nail tech myself, and a lot of the information sometimes gets lost, and we're in our day-to-day, and this live is just to talk about those products, to give you that information and let you ask any questions that you might have. So let's get started. If you are joining us, please let me know where you are joining from. I'd love to know where you are from. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Tanya. I am Head of Education at Biosculpture, and many of you do know me very well. And yeah, we are based in South Africa, so unfortunately we're not having the very beautiful summer that Europe seems to be having at the moment, but it's not too bad when you've got some great products to talk about today. So let's get started. A lot of you have reached out to us over social media over the last few days and sent a bunch of your questions, so I have listed them all. And to start, I'm going to just focus on a few of those questions. So I see we have everyone joining us from London, from South Africa. I saw a whole bunch just now. So welcome to all of you, and thank you for taking the time, from Germany, from Victoria. Okay, so let's get started. So let's recap the products that we have launched and the products that we'll focus on today. So the first one is the Hypoallergenic cleanser. Just so that you are aware, Hypoallergenic cleanser is available in a 1 liter refill as well as your 200 ml bottle. So those are the two sizes available for that. Then we have the brand new Builder Gel. I can talk to you until later this evening about Builder Gel. That's how much I love it. But we will touch base on Builder Gel as well. So I've got two sizes available over here, but there is an additional, which is the 4.5 grams. So Builder Gel is in your 4.5 gram, your 10 gram, and your 25 gram. Then we have our brand new SPS, which we just launched last week. So I'm going to talk quite a lot today about SPS. And then lastly, we have the natural whites as well. Okay, so let's start with SPS. So let's just start from the beginning. SPS, we've had SPS for a while. Many of you have worked with SPS already, some of you haven't. So SPS is a special prep solution. It is a brand new formulation that we launched. So it's not the same product. It's not an improvement of the existing product. It's a completely brand new product. So let's focus on where and how you use SPS. So you will start with your nail plate preparation as per normal. And as a nail technician, I want my clients' nails to last. There must be no lifting, there must be no problems. It's my reputation at stake. I want those clients to return. I want a healthy business. And I need gel applications to last. So we all know that customers have different nail types. So we are dealing with different nail types, different nail conditions, different nail lengths as well. And all of that plays a role in how you select your treatment choice for that specific client. So when you're doing your nail plate preparation, SPS is an extension of your nail plate preparation. It is the final step of your nail plate preparation. So you will complete your nail plate preparation as per normal. Your cuticle work, your filing and your shaping, the cleansing of the nail in the beginning, your nail plate analysis, you will complete your entire nail plate preparation as per normal. Then right at the end of the nail plate preparation process, right before you are ready to start with your gel application, you will then bring in your SPS. So here's another thing that is different from the old version of the SPS to the new SPS, is that you will now apply SPS over the entire nail, concentrating around the cuticle outline and down the side walls. So what does SPS do? Why do we want to use it? SPS, as we said, is a special prep solution. It is formulated specifically to clean the nail, to cleanse the nail, to prepare the nail for a gel overlay. So something that we cannot see with our naked eye, like a little bit of an oil buildup or a little bit of dirt, etc., SBS will completely break that down. It will clean the nail, it will prepare the nail, and it will get the nail ready for a gel overlay so that your gel overlay can perform at its full potential as per usual. So you can get longevity, the increased longevity out of your gel application. So when is that great? It's when your client is with you for a while, but you're only getting that 2 to 3 week wear. You are struggling to get a little bit of a longer wear. Or I have it all the time where a customer will come in and she'll say to me she's going on holiday, so she needs to stretch her application. That is where I need to know that that gel overlay is going to last comfortably, and that's where SBS comes in. I've been using SBS on all my clients. So with the previous version of SBS, we said only when needed. With this version of SBS, you can introduce it to every single gel application that you do, especially on hands. Not completely necessary for toes, but it's not a huge problem if you did use it on the toes. So every single client, you can apply SBS. You will see that it absorbs really quickly, and then you can proceed with your gel application. So since I have introduced SBS and started using SBS on all of my customers, I have seen the most remarkable improvement on my gel overlays as well. So again, you just want that little bit extra, and that is what SBS has given me. So I have a few questions that you guys have sent in about SBS. The first one is, what is the difference from the old version to the new version? Everything. It's a completely new product. It's a completely brand new product. We left it under the same name because that's exactly what the product is. It's a special prep solution. It's a specialized solution that we use during nail play preparation. So SBS is a completely brand new formulation, a completely brand new product. The formulation is different, the performance is different, and the application is now over the entire nail. So everything in the bottle is different. Can SBS be used on every client or only certain nail types with the new version of SBS? And how will you tell? Do you have the new SBS? Firstly, reach out to your distributor or your educator. Make sure that when you are ordering, on your list, it's in all our depots, reach out to them, chat to them, order the new SBS. You will also see that on the top of the SBS, there will be a sticker that says new, and that will indicate to you that that is the new SBS. All right. Okay, can you use it on all nail types or only certain? Bring it into your salon that you start using it on all nail types. Get it onto all of your customers' nails. It's not causing dehydration, it's not causing dryness. We have considered the health aspects of the nail. We're meeting all of those demands that you need to meet, but we're increasing longevity of your gel performance. Can it be used with any of the biosculpture bases? So let's talk, we have from the Evo range, we have Evo Flex, we have 80 base and build, we have Biogel base, we have soft gel, we have conditioning gel. Again, the base layer that you do is chosen according to nail plate analysis. So SBS does not change your nail plate analysis. You will still analyze the nail exactly the same. You will determine your nail type, the nail condition, and then you also factor in the length of the nail. Once you've completed your nail plate analysis, you will use SBS as the final step of your nail plate preparation, and then you will choose your base layer as per your nail analysis. So if your client's nail is in a healthy condition, she has a medium to hard type of nail, there's nothing that is flagged to be a problem to you. You can use BioBase as your base layer or even soft gel as your base layer on her nail. If your customer comes in and she's got a really thin, very flexible natural nail, you want to be focusing on introducing a flexible bonding base layer to complement the flexibility of that natural nail. So then you could use Evo Flex or you could use soft gel on that natural nail. Okay, let us look at another question. Can any of the bases be used? Definitely. SBS is compatible with the entire Biosculpture gel range. So whichever base layer you choose to use, you will apply your SBS first at the end of your nail plate preparation and then proceed with your gel overlay as per normal. SBS doesn't have an effect on the process of the gel application at all. Another question I got was that you were under the impression that it was only for certain clients. So this is where we're coming with the old versus the new. The previous version or the older version of SPS, yes, it was suited to specific nail types, problematic nails, whereas the brand new SPS is suited to all clients, all nail types, all nail lengths as well. If you have any more questions about SPS, pop it into the chat box so that I can have a look at it just now. Let's move on to hypoallergenic cleanser. Okay, so let's just discuss what is hypoallergenic cleanser. Number one, it does not replace your traditional cleanser that you're using, the bi-sculpture cleanser. Hypoallergenic cleanser is for specific cases where either yourself or your customers have sensitivity or have had past experience with contact dermatitis or sensitivity, irritation, etc. Hypoallergenic cleanser is an amazing product. It is true to what its name says. It's a very soft solution and it's being formulated by the very best professionals in their field to give you a solution that can be used to calm the skin. Its ingredient formulation is in such a way that it is focused to calm any sensitivity, to calm any irritation. Would you use hypoallergenic cleanser instead of your traditional cleanser? So in other words, does hypoallergenic cleanser replace your traditional cleanser? Absolutely not. I am lucky in the sense that I don't have many clients, any if that have sensitivity, that have problems. I don't myself, but I follow a strict protocol to prevent myself from getting contact dermatitis or an allergy. So I, on my station as a nail technician, keep the traditional cleanser, use that on a day-to-day basis. But whenever I do work on a client that does have past problems or current problems with sensitivity, etc., I will follow the correct protocol and I will then introduce the hypoallergenic cleanser to that. Okay, let's move on to Builder Gel. Like I said, I can talk until tomorrow morning about Builder Gel. Builder Gel, without being biased, if I'm allowed to say so, is probably my favorite gel that bi-sculpture has ever launched. I have just seen the most remarkable results with Builder Gel. I've experienced the most unbelievable results with my customers. My customers are coming back and asking for it by name. So it's really, for me, a gel that delivers. It's a gel that performs, and it's a gel that has increased the quality of my gel treatments so much. So let's talk about Builder Gel a little bit more. If you want to hear more about Builder Gel, just scroll down on our feed, and we did do a live a couple weeks ago where we spoke about Builder Gel in great detail. So that will give you a little bit more information about Builder Gel as well. So Builder Gel is a base and a builder, but it is a hard base and builder. So that immediately tells you that this product doesn't have as much flexibility. It is a hard end result. So in a nutshell, would you then use Builder Gel on a flexible or a soft natural nail? No, you wouldn't. You would use flex base, or you would use soft gel, or even bio base on that customer based on their nail plate analysis. You will introduce a flexible base layer, and then you could introduce Builder Gel as your builder layer, as your upper arch strengthening layer. So always in our bi-sculpture treatments, bi-sculpture is a bespoke nail system. We offer a range of different gels, different treatment gels, different builders, and different bases that are suited to different nail types and conditions. And that is what makes the treatment so amazing, is that you're going to say to your customer, we analyze you as an individual. I suit your treatment to your nails. I don't treat you as a whole as every other client coming into the salon. What the outcome of that means is that the treatment is suited to the client's nails specifically. You are going to get better longevity of your treatment. You are going to increase the health of your client's natural nail. You're going to maintain that, and you're just going to offer her an ultimate better treatment within the salon. Imagine it like your skincare. We all have different skin types. So we have oily, we have dry, we have combination. You could have a problematic acne skin, etc. Imagine going to have a facial done and the skincare therapist treats you as one client. You're not getting a specific treatment. That is what we are able to do with the Biosculpture treatment range. Alright, so Builder Gel can be used as a base layer, yes, but only on a very hard natural nail. If your natural nail is more flexible or a softer natural nail or even a medium type of natural nail, we find the best results is when you incorporate a flexible base layer. I love BioBase, it's one of my go-tos. Even soft gel, flex base works really well. You will apply your flexible base layer, cure it for the recommended time, and then you introduce Builder Gel as your upper arch strengthening layer. And what I love about Builder Gel is that it is super, super, super strong. There is no end to its strength. It is so strong, but it is so thin. The thinness of the application is just remarkable. So Builder Gel is a completely unique gel in the way that it performs, in the way that it applies, in the way that it looks even. So to find out much more detail about Builder Gel, just go and have a look at our past live that we did. So I have a few questions that you guys have sent in about Builder Gel. The first one is, because Builder Gel is traditionally enough a builder gel, it's a harder gel, can it soak off? Of course it can soak off, definitely. You will use the same soak off procedure, gel removal procedure, as you do with any of your other gels. And that's the next best thing about Builder Gel, is that it performs remarkably, but the soak off is so easy. The soak off is exactly the same as any other soak off of your gels. All right. The next question that we have is, does Builder Gel replace your base layer? Like I said, or replace your base gel? Like I said, every single one of the gels has a place. It has a purpose. It has a use. So you will analyze, you will determine your client's nail type, nail length, nail condition. You will take all of those factors in, and you will then choose your treatment. So if it's someone that's really hard on their nails, you will then bring Builder Gel into your treatment. If it's a client that has really short nails, you don't need Builder Gel in that treatment, because you don't probably need the strength that Builder Gel is going to give you. So always consider the length of the nails as well. Okay, so Builder Gel does not replace any of the other gels. Each has a purpose, and you will select according to your nail plate analysis. If you are feeling a little bit outdated with the gels, with how to analyze, and you're treating all of your clients as the same, I think it's time to get in contact with your educator, book for a refresher, book for a one-on-one with her, and just chat about analysis, the importance of analysis, and which gels to use. I promise you, I can guarantee you that once you understand that process, you are going to see your business grow. You are going to see the improvements in your client retention, in the happiness that your client has with the treatment, with how that overlay performs. You will notice a huge difference. All right. So let's go to the next question. Can Builder Gel, a Builder Gel application, a Builder Gel overlay, can it be infilled? It definitely can. Again, your infill is very much determined on your nail plate analysis. So with Biosculpture, one of the true unique aspects of Biosculpture is that the soak off is so easy, it's so quick, and it causes no damage to the natural nail. So I would say have a look and analyze the nail. If you've done a lot of detailing work at your previous overlay, and that detail took you long, the building of the upper arch was so strategically placed, all your work, your hard work was done in your previous application, especially on a sculpture or a nail repair, etc., then definitely you can perform an infill. Which gels you use and you select to do that infill will be based on your nail plate analysis. Okay, if you do see lifting of the application and the regrowth is not great, then rather use the option of a soak off and an overlay and remove the previous overlay and start with a brand new fresh overlay. Okay, so I see there's a question over here from Nail Bees, and that's the next one that I'm going to get on. So do we need a white Builder Gel during the application? Do we need to buff it? So let's talk about the different scenarios of application. Let's say you've done Flex Base as your base layer, or BioBase, or any of the other bases for that matter. You will do your base layer, you will cure it for the recommended time, and then after curing, you will proceed immediately with your Builder Gel application. You do not need to cleanse or even refine that base layer before starting with Builder Gel. And that's a go-to application method for any of your applications, for any of your other gels as well. The base layer, if proceeding with a builder layer, does not need to be wiped or buffed. Okay, so let's say you've done Flex Base as your base layer, and then you've done Builder Gel as your arch layer, and you've created the most beautiful upper arch with a perfectly balanced apex. You've cured that application. If it comes out after curing and the arch is perfect, it's immaculate. If you are doing a bio gel base or color, so that's a gel in a jar, you can proceed directly with your color application. If you are doing an Evo color application, you'll need to just give it a quick buff. So a quick cleanse on the free edge, especially give it a quick buff in preparation of the Evo color, and then proceed with your application. So I hope that answers that question. Can Builder Gel be used on top of conditioning gel? It definitely can, but just keep in mind that conditioning gel would probably, most likely, be used on a nail that is sensitive or sore or being damaged, etc. If in that case, I would suggest that you use conditioning gel again as your upper arch layer. So you would do conditioning gel as your base layer, you would cure it, and then if you're working on a damaged nail, a sore nail, a nail that's recovering from damage at another salon or trauma, etc., then you would use conditioning again as your upper arch strengthening layer. Okay, I hope that makes sense. How long does a Builder Gel overlay last? How long is a piece of string? Okay, so very much it's determined by your nail type and your nail plate and condition and your nail plate length as well. How hard is your customer on your nails, etc. So what you will do is you will generally determine that by getting to know your customer, but I would say the most average treatment is a 3-week appointment. I have customers that do choose to walk 4 weeks, but I never ever recommend anything longer than that. The reason is the overlay has moved forward. So the upper arch is now unbalanced. The apex is not balanced anymore. So a healthy appointment is around your 3-week mark so that we can rebalance the structure of the application. We can reanalyze the nail, make sure that the treatment choice that we are using is still perfectly suited to that customer's nails. Okay, so there's a question over here that's saying, what could cause a gel overlay to lift after only 3 days despite using SPS and contour base for the overlay? There's so many factors that we need to consider over here. It could be if you are using conditioning gel, contour base or base and build as your base layer. It could be that contour is too hard for the natural nail. But for an overlay to lift so soon, it could be that there's moisture on the nail plate. There was a moisture trap and the gel is not able to bond to the dry keratin of the natural nail. It could be that there was flooding of the cuticle outline. So what I suggest is reach out to your educator, share some photos of your application, share more details about your application procedure, and then let your educator help you and assist you with getting a better longevity of your application. Okay, and then last product, before I start answering some more questions in the inbox, is about natural whites. So let's start, what is natural whites? In the past, natural white sometimes could also have been used as a color application. Do you need to use natural white as a color now? No. Evo Biogel has the most beautiful nudes and different colors that you can use. There's sheers, there's transparents, there's shimmers, there's so many beautiful nudes and sheers that you can use within the range. Natural white, especially the new formulation, has been formulated specifically to create an extension, a silk sculpture or a form sculpture extension. The color is designed to suit the color of a free edge so that it ties in with the rest of her nails. It looks natural, it feels natural, as well as the application of natural white, the same as Builder Gel, can achieve the most remarkable strength, but in a really thin, beautiful, neat looking application. So I get asked every now and then, can natural white be used as a color gel? I wouldn't suggest it to be used as a color gel. The reason being is that it is a hard product. It's not falling into the same category as a color gel. So you might experience unnecessary lifting because of the hardness of the application covering the entire nail. Okay, so I'm going to have a look at some other questions over here. Okay, so what are the recommended curing times of the bases? I'm going to cover that in a nutshell. Conditioning gel we cure for 90 seconds. That is the only gel that we cure for such a long period. So that is because of the color pigment in the product. It's the consistency of the gel. So conditioning gel is a 90-second cure. Your flex base and contour is a 60-second cure, and everything else is a 30-second cure. Okay, so let's move on to others. I think I've answered a whole bunch of these questions already as I'm going through. If there's any questions I missed and something you specifically want me to focus on, please pop it back into the chat box for me. I think most of these questions I've covered. Okay, so there's a few questions of whether you need to cleanse the cured layer of Boulder Gel, which we have already focused on. Okay, so nails by Kirsty, if I'm saying it correctly, has said she's noticing a huge difference on her client's nails since using conditioning gel. I completely agree with you. Conditioning gel is such a unique product. The performance of that gel and the remarkable visible difference after only one application is huge. You need to see it with your own eyes to believe it. That's how great it is. Okay, I think I have covered everything. One thing I want to add as well with Boulder Gel is amazing for nail repairs. A toenail repair, or even a nail that has a really bad stress break, or any repair like a silk sculpture, a foam sculpture. Boulder Gel is my go-to to use as my upper arch strengthening layer, because it again gives me that beautiful thin application, but it gives me the most supportive strength that, again, the customers are coming back and saying, what did you use on me last time? Can you use it again? It felt so strong and my nails felt so protected and it lasted so long. So your clients will start giving you the feedback of how amazing the gel is on their nails. Okay, I think we have covered everything. We'll save this to our feed. If you have any questions, you can pop it on there. We'll be happy to answer. Otherwise, reach out to your educator or to your distributor. And again, if you haven't done a refresher for a while and some of this sounds new to you and the curing of the bases, or you don't know which base to select, just go on a refresher, chat to your educator, chat about the bases, and you will see, again, I'm going to say it again, you're going to see the difference in your business, in your client retention, in how your overlays last. Okay. Thanks everyone for joining. It was great to see you again, and we'll see you for our next live.